All right, we're going to continue working on graphs for the next two questions using the minimum, the average, and the max. So we're going to open up a file that we've worked with before, download bad.pcapng. We'll set the y-axis to minimum, average, and max. And the y fields will have frame.time_delta using the style stacked bar. The question is, what is the highest time rounded and how many packets had that total time? So opening said file in Wireshark, we go back to our graph and we're going to make 3 lines. And we'll call this one the min. We'll call this one the average. And we'll call this one the max. Oops. There we go. What we want, the y field to be frame.time_delta. And we'll use that same for all 3. Then we'll change the y-axis from packets to min, average, and max respectively. Want to change the style to a stacked bar. You want to change the colors. We want something that we can be able to clearly see. That's bright and sticks out for us. And then we turn them on. So we're looking for the highest time rounded to the nearest number, time being the x-axis, and the number of packets, the y. So match the two together. I gave you an example of how the answer should be submitted. Right there. So in my example, I put 2,20 with no space. So looking for the answer, and you can submit it in that format. Whatever number for the highest time, round it to the nearest number, and the number of packets. (3011) has us continue working on the same file. But we're going to change our graph around again to see different information. We're going to create 4 layers this time. The maximum we used is 3. Now we're going to need a 4th. So I'm going to show Wireshark and do the instructions as it says. Our first one is a line of count frame. There's count frame. With a filter of tcp.analysis.duplicate_act. So what this should do is give us a line that shows us the number of frames that are duplicate acknowledgements. The second line is a stacked bar So we go under style and we choose stack bar. With a y-axis of count frame, counting the number of packets, number of frames, with a filter of TCP analysis loss segment. So how many frames, these things that we see behind us, these individual packets, how many frames were lost segments? Our third is a line with a y-axis of sum and no filter. Our fourth is another stacked bar. Oops, stacked bar is right here under style with a y-axis of count frames and a filter of TCP analysis retransmission. Once again, you want to use different colors so that things stand out. So the question is, out of these, which had the highest frame count? Did we have more duplicate acknowledgements? Did we have more lost segments? Did we have more retransmissions? Or did we just have more packets overall? Because this one's kind of the reference point. So it's really among these three. So what is it? Did we have more duplicate acknowledgement packets? Did we have more lost segment packets? Did we have more retransmission? The answer is one of these three filters in the field section. So once you apply them, you should be able to see which one of the three it is. And with that, we have made it into the 4000s. I think we'll stop the recording right here.
Okay.